Having you back on the CoinSuries channel is a pleasure. In this video, I'll fill you in on the latest developments from the perspectives of several analysts, including my two favorite blockchain proponent and Credible Crypto, who both have quite different ideas on what's going on. It is quite guaranteed that Bitcoin will hit new record highs and altcoin prices will skyrocket in the not-too-distant future. Blockchain advocates, on the other hand, consider the present price of Bitcoin as evidence that the market has already attained its full potential, but still think it is highly unlikely that the stock market will hit new all-time highs. Regardless, they persist with their belief that altcoins will witness meteoric price surges. To a large extent, that sums up what I have noticed in him. What does this mean, is a question that many in the XRP community are asking. What follows is an account of the most current events. For instance, does this mean XRP is in for a catastrophic crash? On the other hand, is XRP about to crash? By the way, isn't that really captivating? Some people might answer absolutely, while others might be more hesitant. Everything will fall into disarray. On the other hand, if blockchain technology advocates are correct, I will simply admit that I am skeptical about XRP breaking its previous record. Bitcoins are the new alternative, and this has never happened before. That has never occurred previously. What follows is my opinion, even though I won't say it's impossible. However, there is this piece of work that, although counterintuitive, is actually quite interesting. But then there's this piece that says record highs in the stock market usually lead to even more record highs. I realize this goes against the grain of most cryptologists' beliefs, but I think we can all agree that things become more apparent when they peep out. Presently isn't the ideal time to incorporate fear of missing out, FOMO, is it? Despite the fact that things can be somewhat different in the crypto arena, the pace of ascent is really rapid. A lot of things hit rock bottom after that and never again reach that level of success. Nothing like this has ever been seen before. From a stock market viewpoint, though, you'll find this quite intriguing. There is hard data to back up the assertion that the stock market has indeed hit a new all-time high. Nearly every time for the last 50 or 60 years, or maybe even 11 times before, it has occurred. Markets will be much higher if you fast forward a year. The stock market has recently set a number of new records. The data suggests that if it is the sole factor taken into account, the markets will most certainly be much higher next year. At this point, there are obviously additional considerations. To start, I'm only going to give you that one piece of facts. If that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised if the stock market keeps going up, which would lead to XRP reaching new all-time highs and Bitcoin going up in value. Everything works perfectly. I should start by stating that I am not from a financially privileged background. I am not a financial expert, so you should not listen to me when I advise you to purchase or sell anything. For fun and as a hobby, I enjoy making videos on cryptocurrencies on YouTube. I'm just an enthusiast. At the time of filming this video, the price of one Coinbase currency is 54 cents, the price of one Bitcoin is $51,567, the size of the asset class market is slightly over $2 trillion, and the crypto fear and greed index is 72 out of 100. So, being greedy is the key. If you're still not interested in Bitcoin, you might find yesterday's piece and the one from the blockchain advocate illuminating. With an eye towards developer activity relative to Bitcoin since October, these are the 20 most active altcoins. Most of the Bitcoin holders who were holding out for an entry have been essentially told to go buy the dev coins. That is why I can see it plainly. Indeed, Bitcoin has not yet experienced a tremendous surge. I have been told that I am on the same page since 2017, hence I am much less interested in owning Bitcoin at this time. Whether Bitcoin hits a new all-time high is irrelevant. Concerning the percentage rises instead of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies like XRP provide real opportunities to create riches that can change your life. Because of the high level of market saturation and the difficulty in creating a multiplier effect, Bitcoin is no longer a good investment. Now I fully understand that part. I featured this on my channel that day because I thought it was funny. The blockchain supporter posted it on February 15th. Then he spins around Ovation Land, with screen clips from South Park episodes set in Imagination Land. The show will make sense if you've seen it, if not, that's alright, too. Somehow, yet, it's amusing. But he reiterated that again this afternoon. Moreover, what follows? He knew that with every Bitcoin address he entered, it soared to a new currency. The fact that several different coins have been falling off is also true. For some reason, flared ones have always fascinated me. It would indicate that the current price surge is just a tiny amount of price discovery. In addition, I must concede that you are absolutely correct in saying that Bitcoin is a thing of the past and that my feed is filled with discussions on altcoins. I stumbled upon this post concerning blockchain technology this afternoon. My alternative coin holdings are no different, that much is certain. Acrobatic leaps. Consequently, one must ask, is Bitcoin no longer relevant? The advocate of blockchain technology has written another post. This is from earlier in the evening, as of right now. This is not growth in the stock market, he wrote. With stock market growth, you'd be on the lookout for fundamental and technical factors, right? This is the main reason why Bitcoin has not yet set a new all-time high. A catalyst will be pointed out 75 days after the Dow Jones reaches a new record high. And consequently, this will be reviewed again and we will see what happens. The stock market is experiencing new all-time highs, as I indicated at the opening of the movie. When you reach the following year, practically all of those 50 or 60 years have gone by. 10 times out of 11, I think the market has been higher. However, there is no assurance that this will happen due to the blockchain. I appreciate Becker's candor in sharing his thoughts on this matter. Does not see any indications that indicate stocks will keep going up. That makes sense to me as well, but it's not widely held. However, this in no way proves that he is mistaken. And let's not forget about his remarkable strike rate. Because of this, I am concerned that he could be right, or he could be totally mistaken. The next piece of commentary came from chart analyst JT, who seems to have a similar perspective. According to his observation, the last time there were so few equities trading hands was in August 1929. At this week's Bitcoin closing, I hope to see every one of you. It was 1929, the year of the Great Depression, as one might expect. Yay! When you ask Becker, what's the latest stock market news, he brings it up on the blockchain. His repeated arguments on this subject are likely familiar to many of you. Following their recommendations will ensure that you have. What has happened so far, however, seems to be comparable to the stock market circumstances immediately before the 1929 crisis, according to the chart's retracement levels. The fact that prices have dropped does not, however, portend a slump. Additionally, Becker has made that observation while seeing in the past. The level, however, raises concerns. No matter what happens, a blow-off move to end the stock market's craziness, or we've already hit our peak, as JT previously published, one thing is clear. Regrettably, 2024 comes to a close. We made this choice a long time ago, and I'm not going to change my mind now. I say it again, this is a minority opinion. Being a member of a minority group does not necessarily make one wrong. On top of that, I referenced Bloomberg's Mike McGlone, who has worked in the field for decades, and has also noted that the present pattern seems to be a passage before too. This brings us to the Great Depression of 1929. That doesn't imply everyone agrees, though, there are plenty of reliable sources that say that. And this brings us to reliable digital currency. You should really view the video that Credible Crypto shared last night. Concerning the technical analysis, he spoke extensively on his predictions for Bitcoin's future, particularly in the near term. His video is only 16 minutes long, so I'll simply give you the rundown. The critical crypto community is still looking forward to more gains, even though Bitcoin's price can fall by 10% from where it is now, reaching around $46,500. Still, he thinks it would be worrisome if the price fell back to $44,000, as that would contradict the structure that reliable crypto thinks we're in. He thinks it's quite reasonable that we're just consolidating or arranging right now. A 10% drop in Bitcoin's value might cause a 20 to 25% drop in all coins, especially the weaker ones relative to Bitcoin. Along those lines, I was thinking, well, XRP is currently pretty weak against Bitcoin when he said that. It makes me wonder whether there will be a significant drop if that turns out to be true. He's bound to have strong opinions, that much is certain. Well, that's all you have to say. On the other hand, he will simply see these opportunities to buy something. In the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't change his perspective much. The video has come to a close. If you could hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Finally, goodbye is coming up soon.